North, baby! Let's go!
All right, YouTube, Apple, Spotify, what is going on? It's Zaya from Zaya&TheSteelers, and we are back with another episode of Zaya&TheSteelers. Let's get a gunshot. Ladies and gentlemen, last episode was our best episode yet. 205 views on the last one as of today. Subscribers up to 24, up from 20 as of today. Kwon Alexander, a Steeler as of today. Steelers training camp started as of Wednesday. And we are hyped. We are here. We are finally close to the beginning of the season. You know, I've been uploading these episodes. I've uploaded about 10 since the off season, and I kind of came back on the tail end of like the full off season with these podcasts. So it hasn't been as many, but it definitely has been weighing on me. It definitely has been like, man, when is the season gonna start? Let me know if you guys feel that way as well. But we got a lot to get to today. Definitely a lot of topics to get to. So I want to just acknowledge the fact 205 views on the last podcast. That's very good, outstanding, a new record for this channel. And same thing with the subscribers up from 20 to 24. That's pretty freaking solid, man. Pretty freaking solid. So yeah, thank you guys. And with all that said, let's get into the topics because we do have a lot of things to talk about. Starting out, as Brooke Pryor tweeted, I'm just so excited. As Brooke Pryor tweeted, the Steelers have agreed to a deal with linebacker Kwon Alexander pending physical per source. That's a key depth piece for a team that added Cole Holcomb and Eladen Roberts in a free agency overhaul of the inside linebacker position. Let's give a gunshot for that too. Kwon Alexander, let's pull up the stats. Kwon Alexander, former Pro Bowler, as you can see, in 2017, which is, a decent amount of time away now. But that one Pro Bowl, I feel like, is a little bit misleading because Kwon Alexander has been a good inside linebacker for, a while now. And the one Pro Bowl, it kind of sways you. And also, as of recently, it's kind of the splash plays have kind of fallen off. You see the fumbles. Didn't cause a fumble last year. No interceptions last year. But he played 17 games, started 12 of them. We look at tackles. He had decent tackle numbers. He's probably on the tail end of his career. But with where we were in middle linebacker department, from where we were on, what is today, Sunday, where we were on Friday at the middle linebacker department, I think this is a W. And if we go to this video, this is a Zaya&TheSteelers podcast from a while ago, 3.6K views on this bad boy. But if we peep this one, I talked about some linebackers that maybe we could get. Kyle Van Noy was one of them. And of course, because I full screened it, you can't see. One day we'll get the layout right. But as you can see, Kwon Alexander, I talked about wanting to get him. Let's see what I had to say at the time.
Perennial good player in the league, I'm pretty sure. And he is available as a free agent. I think maybe we give him a look.
Right.
He last played for the Jets. I don't know how he, looked exactly for them.
Isaiah, why don't you? Why doesn't Isaiah smile, bro? Is he not happy to be talking about Kwon Alexander?
He's our name.
Does he know Kwon Alexander is about to become a Steeler? I don't think he knows.
Can be at least looked at if it's needed. Once again,
we needed it. Hey, Isaiah, this is me talking to you from the future. We needed it.
With OTAs being a thing and it not being the most publicly released thing.
Oh, we got all the publicly released things. All right, we're gonna get this old Zaya out of the way. This is old news. He's stuck in the past. Listen, man, we got Kwon Alexander, right? And eventually here, I'm going to pull up some training camp footage. And once, I don't know if I can. Let me put my hands up now. Hey, man, these are being posted on Twitter, and so I'm going to show them to the audience. If I'm not allowed to do this, let me know. Let me know if I'm not allowed to do this. Come get me. But we're going to talk about it in a little bit. There was some plays I saw with Cole Holcomb and Eladen Roberts in coverage specifically, where it wasn't looking that good. And now, of course, what can you ask for when you have linebackers covering some of these running backs and receivers now in the league? They're so fast, they're so quick. You're not going to get this lockdown coverage per se. However, just an effort, just something. I saw one play. Hopefully I get the chance to bring it up later, but I saw one play with Anthony McFarland, I believe, who's having a pretty good camp. Anthony McFarland was like running a route and Kenny hit him deep. and I believe Cole Holcomb was in coverage. And not to say the coverage was bad, but you know, it's just been a thing, and especially with having Cole, Alayden, and just Mark Robinson, like those are our linebackers. We needed something. We needed some kind of depth, and you know, whether Cole and Alayden and Mark Robinson, whether they can all stop the run, whether Kwon can stop the run, whether they can all, you know, defend the passes. I think we have linebackers now to where when we want to stop the run, we bring in like Cole Holcomb and Alayden Roberts and shit. I don't know this per se, if this is their actual abilities, once again, because, you know, they're new people. But I feel like we have the depth, and I feel like we have the flexibility now to be like, all right, even though none of these guys are locked down, you know, tight end, lockdown slot receiver, lockdown running back people, we feel more comfortable with these two in pass coverage than we feel comfortable with these two in pass coverage. And then vice versa. We feel like the running game is ripping us for chunks. Send Kwon Alexander out there. Are you kidding me? Put this shit to bed. And so now we have 4 on the team. I imagine these 4 will be our last linebackers. I imagine these 4 are going to be, you know, the linebackers on the team. There still maybe is a chance for the whole Miles Jack re-signing. I remember I was kind of pushing for that, you know, when that old video that I was talking about, I was kind of pushing for that around that time. Maybe we can still get Miles Jack back, but now we have 4, unless, you know, we lose one to like getting cut or something, or injury. I don't think we're gonna make any more splash plays or splash moves. However, I want to bring up a tweet here. This is a tweet posted by Pickensburg, and I'm not gonna lie, I've been on Twitter a lot this whole week, and this Pickensburg account has been all over. I don't know if this is like the Steeler guy or whatever, but go follow Pickensburg, 15.2K. Anyway, he posted this right in reference, I believe, to us signing Kwon Alexander. And I got the same feelings. Yo, Mike Tomlin, you've been my guy forever. Mike Tomlin, we already know. Mike Tomlin, we already know. But yo, you, Omar Khan, listen, it's early. It is very early. It is very like 1 year, like fuck it. Like, you know, anything can happen. You know, maybe all these moves will prove to be bad in the future. But right now, today, July 30th, I believe 1 day from August, unless July has 31 days as of today, Omar Khan is the greatest GM ever. Bro, any problem we've had, we've solved it. Chase Claypool, like, we needed an extra draft pick. We needed either a lineman and a corner. We trade Chase Claypool, get an extra first-round pick damn near. Get the Alex Highsmith deal done before the season. Get Deontay's deal done, you know, relatively in before the season. There's been a numerous amount. TJ Watt's deal got done. Minka's deal got done. I think Colbert was TJ's deal, but Minka's deal gets done. We go get Allen Robinson for cheap. We go get Kwon Alexander for relatively cheap. And these are positions, you know, wide receiver. It's like, all right, we had Deontay, we had George Pickens, Calvin Austin. We just traded Chase Claypool. Calvin Austin, he's coming off an injury. You know, we don't know. Are we gonna waste a draft pick on a receiver? No. Allen Robinson's right there. Go get Allen Robinson. Bring him. Cool. And then we lose Cameron Sutton. Let's go get Patrick Peterson, you know? Let's go get Pat. Normally, I swear, it would be we lose this player and we replace this player with fucking 7th round draft pick that we, the Steelers, feel is the best because we're the Steelers, you know? And it's a lot of big trust. It's a lot of trust us, guys. Like, we got this. It's a lot of like, I don't even know what to call it. It's like Old English. You ever read some shit in Old English and you're like, bro, why are they doing all this? Just talk normal. You know, just talk normal. Just draft normal. Just freaking, if you have an open position, replace it. And that's what Omar Khan has been doing. The only thing I think is maybe a question mark as of this moment right now, of course, is still O-line because, you know, we don't know. It is a question. We will talk about the offensive line, specifically offensive tackle in a second. But, you know, we think about line, maybe we could still use some more help there. Corners, we needed, you know, there was some help to be needed at corner. We go out and get Joey Porter Jr. We get Patrick Peterson. We keep Levi Wallace. So, you know, maybe that's still a thing, but addressed. Offensive line, addressed. Corners, addressed. Safety, you know, I like Terrell Edmonds. I thought Terrell Edmonds was, you know, a good player. However, you know, DeMonte KZ's out there. We're also putting Patrick Peterson out in safety. Like, if Omar Khan, listen, this guy's cooking, guys. He's cooking with fire. So if Omar Khan is thinking, yo, we don't even need Terrell Edmonds. Hey, man, Omar Khan said so. This is the guy. So with that said, man, I'm excited. And Kwon Alexander, welcome to the team. Guys, what's stopping us from winning the Super Bowl? Really? We got the greatest defense. We got Minka. We got TJ. We got Cam. We got Alex Highsmith. We got Kwon Alexander. We got Patrick Peterson. This guy is a legend. We got legends on the team. I'm excited, bro. I'm excited. I keep just yelling. I'm excited, man. And Kwon Alexander, once again, welcome to the team. Let me know what you guys think about the Kwon Alexander signing. Let me know what you think of Omar Khan's GMing up to this point. I probably forgot about some stuff too. Let me know if I'm tweaking, if I'm just, riding Omar Khan or whatever. Let me know. Now what I want to get into is some of this training camp footage. Now, I apologize. This is probably going to be all over the place and maybe going to take some colossal editing out of me. But I do want to show you guys a lot, if not, not all. I can't show you all of the footage, but I want to show you a lot of the training camp stuff I've been seeing. And, I'm not there. Maybe next year, maybe next year's goal is we get to the Steelers training camp and have some live coverage. But for right now, we got to rely on some of these accounts that are actually there. And so I wanted to show off some things because as I've been seeing, these videos, I've come to some conclusions about the team already. So this video right here, order your tickets now because that A-Rob and Kenny chemistry is already in full commence. First red zone TD and now a 60-yard TD to the house, right? And before I play this, I remember a few podcast episodes ago, there was a comment talking about Allen Robinson and the fact that, he's not really the best signing. And I'm not going to die on the Allen Robinson hill. I believe I jumped off the Allen Robinson hill in that video, or in that podcast. But, I think it was a solid pickup. Like, I think this isn't a pickup where you need to just boo and what are they doing and we got to fire Tomlin. That was the energy I got from the Allen Robinson comment. And with that said, it seems like Allen Robinson and Kenny have been developing some chemistry throughout camp, as this guy has said, and from other videos I've seen. If you guys have been watching the camp footage, maybe that wasn't such a bad signing, right? And so, anywho, with all that said, now I want to show you guys this video, because in this video, I'm gonna let it play. Once again, I don't own this. This isn't me. I'm not a Steeler. This isn't my camera. Shout out to Baku, who I believe took this video. So Kenny gets it. Nice, right? And hits Allen Robinson. TJ Watt in coverage too. That's even better, right? But, there's the audio. No audio. We don't want any audio. Anyway, good play, right? But what I see, and this has been a theme throughout the first week of training camp, it seems. What I see is I see Kenny Pickett getting absolutely smoked in a real game. Because if we kind of slow it down here, if we hike the ball, and as you can see on the left tackle side, that is Dan Moore, number 65. I'm the guys, zoom in if you have to. Number 65, all the way on the left side. That is Dan Moore, and that is Alex Highsmith, who is in pursuit of the quarterback. Dan Moore is cooked on this play, guys. Dan Moore is done. Kenny Pickett is out of the season in an NFL game with this hit. Maybe I'm sleeping on Kenny. He's a tough guy, but Kenny Pickett is absolutely cranked before he gets this pass off. And I want you guys to look. I want everybody to see this. And Dan Moore, if you see this, you saw the last video, you've been seeing the videos before. I'm sorry, Dan, but it's been a problem. If you guys look, right? Look where the rest of the line is compared to where Dan Moore is. We saw TJ out in coverage, so the right side where Chukwuma Okorafor is, maybe it's like slightly easier because TJ's not in coverage, and maybe both the left and right side would be smoked right now. But for right now, this is just Dan Moore absolutely getting smoked by Alex Highsmith. And we know Alex Highsmith is a baller. We know Alex Highsmith is he just got a pretty big deal, and we know he's pretty good. But what I'm trying to figure out is why the hell is Dan Moore starting if this is what we're going to get? That's a sack. That's a fumble. This is a strip sack right here. Essentially, this is a strip sack. If not worse for Kenny Pickett. Like a strip sack, if not worse. Like a strip sack is already bad enough, but that's what we got to go with. The if not worse from this play. This, you can see Alex, he's not going to hit the ball. He's like holding his arm back because it's training camp. But, in a game, he's fucking smacking that shit. So, Dan Moore, there's been a bunch of plays where Dan Moore has been kind of cooked by Alex Highsmith. And I've been left to wonder, why are we doing this whole Broderick Jones is the starter and Alex Highsmith, or why are we doing this whole Dan Moore is the starter and Broderick Jones has to earn it? I don't know. Anyway, Steelers fullback Monte Pottenbaum has retired. Listen, I went home. This guy just retired. Monte Pottenbaum has retired. Put his jersey in the rafters. I'm going to give that like. Monte Pottenbaum. Holy shit, bruh. I didn't think it was going to be you. I don't know who that is. Anyway, nice coverage by 24 rookie Joey Porter Jr. Let's see this play. I think, who is that quarterbacking? I think that's Chris quarterbacking. Oh my God. No audio here. What a decision right here. Hold on. I mean, this is probably the route to go. And, you know, he tries to fit it in between Joey Porter and I can't tell who else is there, but that's two people. Not the best throw. Not the best throw. I don't know who that's to. Maybe Gunner? Is that Gunner? 85? Maybe that's Gunner? I don't know. Not the best choice. I wanted it to get back to my likes here, but, I mean, we honestly could just freaking keep scrolling down here. The Steelers defense did just get a lot scarier here today. Here's a new Steelers hat. George Pickens ripped off Joey Porter Jr.'s chain during exchange on Friday. See, this is what I'm talking about, guys. This is what I mean with, like, so much has happened. Here's another play. Kenny finding Deontay Johnson. Deontay, I don't know. Does he? Wait, where's Deontay at? Deontay's at the top. Just oh my God, what a break from Deontay. And this is the thing with Deontay, too. Like, I've said all the things I've said about Deontay, and I've said, like, oh, you know, if we can get a good draft pick for him or something, you know, maybe we trade him. But Deontay, with that said, like, this has never been about Deontay's ability. This has never been about his route running ability. It has always been about the drops and shit. And so I guess these clips can look cool, and I do want to show it off because I'm probably the nicest to Deontay in terms of the people who are exploring trading him. I'm probably the most fair to him. I do want to get this route off. He's over here. When I hit play, he's like in this back row. Just make sure you guys peep. Look at the release from Deontay. Look at the space he's able to create. And then run after the catch. You know, they're not going to really tackle. But in a game, this is, you know, that's probably a solid gain if Deontay isn't running backwards. If when he gets the ball, he's not running, you know, back this way, that's a solid gain. So shout out to Deontay. And I think Deontay is going to be a pretty big player for us, as he typically is. Last year, of course, the no touchdowns, it kind of scared everybody. But I think Deontay is going to be back. Anyway, and then this ends the first week in Latrobe. These tweets are like all out of order. But Nick Farbaugh, I've mentioned Nick Farbaugh before. He's been a pretty big contributor to this with the news he's able to convey to me, and I'm able to convey it to you guys. So Nick has a full takeaway coming tonight. I am recording this in the day, so be sure to check out Nick's full takeaway. Anywho, here's a play with Calvin Austin III and Joey Porter Jr. They're going stride for stride here. I think Kenny's the quarterback. Kenny's the quarterback. Let's see how this goes. Throwing it deep. All right, letting it go. And yeah, Joey Porter Jr. is stride for stride with him. I've seen a lot of maybe this play isn't the best one, but I've seen a lot of comments about Kenny's arm and like some of these throws and where they've been placed. I'll show some more throws. But let's just look at this one for example. So this one is out to Calvin Austin, and it's really good to see Joey Porter Jr. able to catch back up with Calvin Austin. However, I'm gonna say it. This was underthrown. That was an underthrown ball out of Kenny Pickett. What are we doing? And just to play devil's advocate, because I'm going to do the same thing when it's not underthrown, okay? He leads Calvin Austin more. This safety, I don't know who this is, and I can't let it go. But you see not Joey Porter Jr., not 24, but the guy to Calvin Austin's like direct left. That safety, he's cooked. He can't. If Kenny gets that out more, that's a tutty. On this specific play right here, if Kenny gets this out more, that's a tutty. Joey Porter Jr. is also, he has very good, reach, arm length. Like, he has very good length, pause, and so he's able to break this up. So, I mean, great play out of him. However, I think there was an opportunity here to go even deeper and go over the safety a little bit more. He is closing out, but I don't know. So there's that, but just nice to see Joey Porter Jr. as well breaking up the pass, because he is damn near a first-round pick. We mentioned this in the training camp battles video. But Joey Porter Jr. is a first-round pick, and Joey Porter Jr. is someone who we're hoping can make an immediate impact on our team. We need a corner. We need somebody locked down. And so for him to be able to just recover like that is huge. Definitely huge. Good play. Now, what else do we got? I already talked about this mood one. We talked about Kwon Alexander. James Harrison and Aaron Smith headlining the Steelers 2023 Hall of Honor class. So there it is. 92 is going to go up in the you know, you know, the circle in the arena. Shout out to James Harrison and Aaron Smith. I gave that a like. Here's another Kenny play. I believe this one was going to be a run. Let's see. Hike the ball, Kenny. Please hike the ball. It's always so awkward before the play starts. Dan Moore cooked. Dan Moore cooked and probably held. And Kenny just takes off, though. Kenny takes off. Look at the wheels. Look at the speed. Look at the tenacity, the will to win, the want. Look at Kenny Pickett, man. So inspirational. However, just because we're here, just because, you know, we're going to be doing this the whole time, Dan Moore Jr., Alex Highsmith, listen, can Alex Highsmith calm down? I think that's the problem. I think Alex Highsmith is in, like, Week 17, Week 16 playoff AFC Championship mode already, and we're not even there yet. Like, he needs to kind of slow down. But, I mean, is this good? I think that's a hold. From this angle, it kind of looks like a hold, and I don't want to shit on Dan Moore. Maybe he got him this time, but it's looking like Dan Moore kind of held. We'll see, though. We'll see. You know, we'll see. Nice little run. Nice little run from Kenny. Whatever, man. We talked about this. Here's another one. Here's another Kenny throw right here. Once again with the sound. Kenny just about to let this one fly. Oof. Oh, okay. And this is where Cole Holcomb was in coverage. That's Cole Holcomb. This is what I was talking about, the play where it was like, all right, he's doing good, but... And this is Calvin Austin, the fucking third, by the way. Is this Calvin Austin? Yes, this is Calvin Austin the third. Probably the fastest person on our team from what they've told me. So Cole Holcomb having to cover him, probably not ideal. But I mean, he's close, right? If he gets his arms up, if he, you know, adjusts and looks and like someone yells ball. So look at this guy with the hat. He must be an offensive guy because he just let Cole Holcomb get fucking murked. Cole Holcomb, all he has to do is get his arms up. Someone needs to yell ball or something. But, you know, he drops it into Calvin Austin. And this right here is what I call a throw in the bucket, because I saw a lot of, underthrow. How do you underthrow Calvin Austin and how fast he is? Look at this, guys. All right, so he lets it rip. This is going, you know, 100 yards or something like that. Right, where Calvin Austin catches it. Unless, let's see, where are we at? Where are we at? The 30? Unless Kenny gets this out much, much, much further. Unless Calvin is allowed to go much, much further. This safety, 31, he's closing. This is a beautiful throw. This is a perfect throw. Right in between them. Because anywhere else in this vicinity, I'm gonna let it play real quick. Anywhere else in this vicinity, if Kenny leads him, like, let's see, a yard or two farther this way to the left, 31, I think maybe just Justin Lane. Did we cut Justin Lane? That's definitely not Justin Lane at this point. But whoever that is, they are knocking his head off. This is an incompletion. They are going to fucking destroy Calvin Austin if that is held out more. And so this, to me, you guys saw I was being fair with the last throw. Maybe underthrown. This, to me, though, is a perfect throw. And I've been seeing it. It's been annoying. When Kenny Pickett is the training camp quarterback, everyone turns into experts. Everyone has their protractors out with how much he could have actually led the receiver and how good the throw actually was. So I've seen a bunch of it. I wanted to give some of my takes. Here's another take, too. Matt Canada signing a toilet seat. What do we make of this? Matt Canada literally signed a toilet seat. These fans right here, these guys are trolls. Having Matt Canada sign a toilet seat is absolutely insane, man. How could you have Matt Canada do this? I get it. You know, maybe he is shit. Maybe he is a number 2. Maybe he is urine. Right? But, I mean, come on, have some respect, man. This is unbelievable. But shout out to Matt Canada for, you know, not getting too hurt about it and actually signing it. He did actually sign it. I saw a closer look, you know, with the seat. He signed the seat, man. Unbelievable. But yeah, these guys are trolls. That's crazy. Did I look at this? Pick a Mike to coach your team. Mike Tomlin. I probably wanted to talk about that more in depth, but, you know, now that we got this training camp shit going on. Mike Tomlin. Really? It's Mike Tomlin. And then I'm going to go with Mike McDaniel. Maybe it's a hot take, but I'm going McDaniel number 2. Vrabel and McCarthy 3. It honestly depends on, like, what you're looking for. If you're looking for, you know, proven track record and success as of right now, I think that's Mike McCarthy. Maybe Mike Vrabel has some, you know, low-key coaching jobs. But I think it's going to be Mike McCarthy as, like, the more proven guy. However, in terms of picking the Mike who isn't the coach for the Cowboys, that's Mike Vrabel. So I'm going to go Tomlin, McDaniel, Vrabel, McCarthy. Bang. Some winners from July 27th. Elijah Riley, Joey Porter Jr., Nick Herbig, and Anthony McFarland. This was actually the last tweet I liked since the last video. Also, actually, I don't know if I talked about this, but Arthur Millette signing with the Ravens. I know he like cursed us on the way out. He's a traitor, bro. Unbelievable, Arthur Millette. Anyway, though, Elijah Riley and Joey Porter Jr., those are two corners, I believe. And Elijah Riley specifically, I talked about him in the position battles video because he was looked at as maybe the slot corner, and I had to say, like, I really didn't know who he was. Apparently he's playing good. Same thing with Joey Porter Jr. We talked about Nick picked Patrick Peterson as Patrick Peterson. Nick picked Levi Wallace as cornerback one on like the left or right side, and I had Joey Porter Jr. And it's been seeming like Joey Porter Jr. is getting the first team snaps. There's also been some snaps where Joey Porter is a corner and Patrick Peterson's at safety, and so kind of moving pieces around here. Shout out to that guy. Yeah, so it's cool to see. It's cool to see some of these winners. It's cool to see Joey Porter Jr. being a winner immediately. Anthony McFarland, we talked about him in the position battles video too. He's trying to get running back 3. There has been, I believe his name is Alfonso Graham. He has been playing pretty well too, but he might have just got hurt recently. These training camp videos, it's like day after day after day. It's like, you know, a lot of the stuff jumbles up, but I think Alonzo Graham might be hurt up to this point. And so Anthony McFarland, he's trying to earn that RB3 spot. You know, I guess he's been playing well. That was on July 27th. And like I said, that is it for the like tweets for me. I have some up here, I believe, that I didn't fully get to. Maybe. All right, maybe not. Okay, cool. But the beauty is, if I just hit this home button right now. Okay, this is the tweets that we already freaking looked. But if we just hit that, boom. Not a soul is left on the field. Everyone's back to the dorms except for number 24. Joey Porter Jr. is still out there working, bruh. See, that's what I mean. All I had to do was hit the home button, get to new tweets, and it's like, boom, a whole video's worth of tweets. Patrick Peterson has a vet day off, but acting as Grady Brown's assistant. He's been attached to Joey Porter Jr. and Corey Trice teaching them technique. Listen, we're going to take a quick little derail. Is Joey Porter Jr. the greatest corner ever? Hey, man, is Joey Porter Jr. gonna be a guy? Is Joey Porter Jr. gonna be freaking Ronnie Lott or some shit? Like, what is happening right now? Joey Porter Jr., he's getting coached by Patrick Peterson. He's getting coached by his dad. He's getting coached by Mike Tomlin. He's playing for the Steelers. Like, all these things add up to Joey Porter Jr. being the best corner in the league this season. Number 1. Not Steelers news, ladies and gentlemen. It's right here. Jonathan Taylor maybe on the move. What is the market going to be looking like for Jonathan Taylor? Who gives a shit, though, right? How many games do you think the Steelers will win? Steelers record 9-8. I think, honestly, we should have one more win than last year. I really want to get back to, here we go, Pickensburg. Shout out to Pickensburg, I might go pillage your profile in a second here, but I wanted some more training camp things. Long shot from KP8. Let's watch this throw. No audio, please. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. He is wide open. Who's 27? Is 27 Joey Porter Jr.? Or is 24 Joey Porter Jr.? Who's 27? I think 24 is Joey Porter Jr. 27 might be Trice. Let me just scroll up here right here. Yeah, 24 is Joey Porter Jr. So 27, I believe that's Corey Trice. Let's once again go watch this. Sound, please turn off. I mean, he's wide open. Who is that on the field? Is that Tomlin? I don't think that's Tomlin. But what a beauty. What a strike from Kenny Pickett, man. That's a tutty. That's for sure a tutty. What a strike. 27, though. I believe that's Corey Trice. Going to need some better coverage, please. This time around, I ain't showing no mercy, Kwon Alexander. Kwon Alexander this time around ain't showing no mercy. That deserves a like and a retweet. Trice versus Pickens. Porter versus Deontay. Jones versus Highsmith. Rookies getting baptism by fire. Yeah, that's what I've heard. 7 shots. I've heard Broderick Jones also isn't doing the best against Alex Highsmith. However, you know, you gotta get adjusted somehow. What is it, 7-on-7 shots? I don't know which play this is, but let's watch. I'm so tired of the sound. Who is throwing the ball? Oh, that's George Pickens. Okay, so that's a touchdown to George Pickens. There's the quarterback. Okay, Kenny's right here. Oh, George Pickens is just wide open in the back of the end zone. Why is he wide open in the back of the end zone defense? What's going on? Why does George Pickens keep getting wide open? Steelers just added this in the middle of the defense. I saw this play. I unfortunately didn't give it a like, but look at this. fucking cracked him. This is what we got. This is Kwon Alexander, ladies and gentlemen. Run the ball against that. Fuck out of here. Anyway, let me hit it with another. I'm not one to post a lot of RB clips from camp due to lack of tackling is taken, but a lot of good stuff with this clip from McFarland. Let's watch this McFarland clip. Anthony McFarland highlights. The sound, please turn off. Audio listeners, I apologize if the sound keeps getting on and off, but I really don't want it with the sound. Anthony McFarland, though, taking this one to the house. Lady, look at this lady's scalp, though. Are you serious? In the shot of Anthony McFarland, we got this lady's scalp and Anthony McFarland highlights. What are we doing? But Anthony McFarland, you saw, he took that one straight to the house. Shout out to Anthony McFarland. All right, and so I have some more tweets I would like to show. First off, from Alex Kozera. Kenny Pickett apparently kicking a field goal. I literally did not see this, but I gave it a like. Oh my God, this is so loud. Please stop yelling at me. Kenny Pickett. Oh, is that Boswell hold? Boswell on the hold. All right, come on, Kenny. Boom. It's good. That go through. It's good. Everyone's saying it's good. Let's go. Yeah, Kenny kicker. Let's go. From Devin Bush, Robert Spillane, and Miles Jack to Kwon Alexander, Cole Holcomb, and Eladen Roberts. Omar Khan, you madman. Now listen, we haven't seen Cole Holcomb and Eladen Roberts play. So Cole Holcomb and Eladen Roberts, Robert Spillane, right? Like Y equals X. You know those math equations. Like I think X is Robert Spillane, and I think Y and Z might be equal to X. We'll see. Cole Holcomb and Eladen Roberts. Like I just didn't see them play for their other teams, man. And so I don't know, what they do. But I do know Devin Bush, Robert Spillane, and Miles Jack was not a very good thing. However, with all of that said, I love the Steelers so much that these former players for us, I'm not just going to give it up to Cole Holcomb and Eladen Roberts yet. I'm not just going to do it. We will see in the actual season. We will see in the games if this is a W. Everybody else is saying it's a W. I don't want to tell you it's a W, though, and I not actually think it's a W. Kwon Alexander is a W. Trying something at the linebacker position is a W. Trying to fix it is a W, but we will see if this is the actual fix. But for right now, Omar Khan, he's trying. Next, we got another Kenny tweet. This is literally just about his hands, bro, because look how big Kenny's hands are in this picture. The Kenny little gloves, Kenny mittens, that's what all the people said, man. Those are some big hands. I don't know, man. Those are some big hands. This Pickett to Pickens connection. Look at this play right here. From George Pickens. Look at this route. And I believe that's Joey Porter Jr. in coverage. Hurry up and start the play, please. Thank you. Then he's going to cut to the inside. Oh, my gosh. That's got to get there early. Kenny, see, that's... I wish we could see the line, man. But Kenny is already under duress. I mean, maybe he fits it in there, but there is the linebacker who's also either a linebacker or safety who's like kind of over the top. I think that's Trey Norwood. That's a safety. I think that's Trey Norwood. Anyway, so maybe he throws it in there, and between Holcomb and Trey Norwood, maybe that's just not a good time. But he is on the run, it appears. And that's Alex Highsmith. Yeah, it's Alex Highsmith right there. So he's on the run, but either way, we do find George. We do make the pass. We do make the pass. But really, this was about the route, I think, from George Pickens. That was one of the big things was we need better routes out of him. We needs to be, more of a route runner and not just, deep down the field. Also, look at this fucking house in the background. Like, imagine living here. But anyway, look at this cut by George. Oof, look at that cut. Very hard. And, great play. Shout out to Kenny. What else do we got? Oh, Hakeem Butler. I'm glad I like this because I did want to bring this up. Hakeem Butler has been having a pretty good camp, and we got some Mason Rudolph snaps. Shout out to Mason Rudolph. Pump fake. Ooh, look at the route. That is this underthrown? Of course we can't see the whole thing. We don't want to kill Mason. Bad quarterback play out of Mason. It happens. But this right here was a pretty nice route. It was a pretty nice design, I should say. It was like kind of a wheelie kind of thing. Hike the ball, please. All right, so yeah, he fakes out. All right, so yeah, he cuts outside and then extends the route back up. 38, I don't know who that is. But yeah, it's a great route. This is a nice little play design, isn't it? If this is somebody else, like I don't want to just shit on Hakeem Butler. But if this is like Calvin Austin and he takes that straight up, like I think 38 is beat. If Mason gives it more of a second too, I think 38 is beat. But I mean, throw to the outside back shoulder. Maybe that's where the ball is supposed to be anyway. Maybe this is where the play is supposed to develop anyway. But that was a sick play design, and Hakeem Butler has been playing pretty well. Hold on, one more time for Mason, man. One more time for Mason. Let's look at the pump fake out of Mason Rudolph, guys. Are you kidding me? Let's look at that. It's like, oh my God, did he throw it? Where'd it go? Where's the ball? Oh no, he kept it. It's a pump fake. Oh my gosh, Mason Rudolph. Are you kidding me? This guy has been coming. He came to play different this year. So shout out to Mason. However, I do have some not good Mason footage somewhere. We will find it. Before we find it, I did want to talk about this too. This has nothing to do with the Steelers training camp or anything, but if you guys have been watching the Steelers, two names you might recognize: Ryan Switzer and Eli Rogers. Eli Rogers he's been kind of bouncing around football leagues. He's played in the XFL, AFL, AAC. He's played in all these leagues, and throughout him playing in these leagues, he has always managed to continue to be a part of Steelers Nation, continue to be a part of the discussion, and continue to talk about the Steelers. And if we start with this Big Poppy Latrobe, we start with this tweet. So Eli Rogers, I don't know if this is a previous training camp or what, but Eli Rogers, when he came to training camp one year, I'm sorry for that. He came like as a garbage person, like, ooh, blue collar. We get it. That's his entrance. We had AB coming in on a helicopter too. Like, this is what they do. On his entrance, he was a garbage man or whatever, and blue collar, cool, right? And then Latrobe says, they deadass picked Ryan Switzer over you because of a damn Bible group, SMH. Can you say damn in Bible in the same sentence and not go to hell? I hope so. But God, I'm just reading a tweet here. Anyway. He said that we picked Ryan Switzer over you, and remember a few years ago, Ryan Switzer was our return guy, and Ryan Switzer was our guy, and we were like, why the hell is this a thing? And maybe this is it. Maybe it's because him and Big Ben were closer, and really, it's not about Ryan Switzer being on the team, because we know he was on the team and he didn't play well, and we booed him, and now he's not on the team anymore. So I don't want to just shit on Ryan Switzer. I don't want to bring that back up. Shout out to Ryan Switzer, but what I do want to bring up is the curious case of Eli Rogers, and the curious, he was good, but not good enough for us, and thus not good enough for any other team in the league, and maybe he got hurt. And if this is true, we know Big Ben had a say in what goes on in the Steelers organization. We know Big Ben had the ultimate pull and sway. And so, did he keep Ryan Switzer over Eli Rogers? Did he make that move? And if so, was that a good move? Because if you guys remember that Christmas Day game, Eli Rogers, he made a sick play in that. And Eli Rogers in that Bengals game, the second Bengals game or first Bengals game, one of the Bengals game, Eli Rogers made plays in that game too. And Eli Rogers, he made plays throughout that whole season. And Eli Rogers made plays throughout his tenure with the Steelers. And then it was gone. And all of a sudden he was gone without a say-so. And with that said, W move, L move, Eli Rogers hasn't exactly blown people away in other leagues. Eli Rogers hasn't been like the XFL's leading receiver or whatever. And he hasn't even been signed to another team, I don't think. And so it seems like this is just something that, is a non-factor, is a non-issue, I guess. Because, it didn't really affect us. It didn't really, it's not like we're looking back on this like, man, we didn't win a Super Bowl because we didn't keep Eli Rogers, But in the same breath, we kept Ryan Switzer, and Ryan Switzer didn't play good football for us. And in the same breath, we kept Chase, we kept Juju, we kept so many different receivers other than Eli Rogers. And it's like, man, could Eli Rogers have stayed and made an impact? I don't know. But I did want to see this. If you guys don't know, if you guys don't give a fuck about Eli Rogers, then it is what it is. But if you do give a fuck about Eli Rogers and you wondered, what happened to Eli Rogers, number 17? Just give him a follow on Twitter. He's still out there. He's still trying to do his thing. And he talks about the Steelers a lot. So shout out to Eli Rogers. Anyway, I didn't even read this yet, and I wanted to read this. I'm sure you guys have read it in your head already. But Eli Rogers says, they still haven't told me why they kept him over me. I did everything better than him. Wow. I did everything better than him on the field. That was clear. And I love Ryan Switzer. He's a good guy. Yo, you know how bad at football you have to be a good guy? Like, you know how much better Eli Rogers was playing than Ryan Switzer for him to be like, he's a good guy though. Isn't that so nasty? Doesn't everybody say that? Isn't the person worse than you always the good guy though? Like yeah, I like him, but he's a good guy. But I mean, he's slow as fuck. You know, that's what Eli Rogers just said. He can't catch. That's what Eli Rogers said. He's a good guy though. Like, yeah, he's nice. You know, have a beer with him. But if you want to catch a football, why are you taking him over me? That's what Eli Rogers said. Let me know. Let me know, guys. Let me know. Should we have kept Ryan Switzer over Eli Rogers? Are either of them on the team still? No. Doesn't matter at this point in life? No. Do I care, though, because Eli Rogers is an old Steeler and Ryan Switzer is an old Steeler too? Oldish? Yeah, I care. You know, I saw it. I care. So what do you guys think? Should we have kept Eli Rogers? Should we have kept Ryan Switzer? Did Ben choose Ryan Switzer over Eli Rogers because of a Bible group? That's the real question. Was it the Bible? Did the Bible get Eli Rogers cut? Let me know. Mason Rudolph isn't having a good time in camp. So let's watch this. Apparently, this is the first play of a new drill. Mason Rudolph gets checked in. James Pierre on the field. You already know. Mason Rudolph gets checked in, and he's throwing it deep. Oh, my God. He's trying. Oh, my God. Oh, is that a James Pierre interception? Is that 42? Is that a James Pierre pick? Oh, that's what happened. You can't test James Pierre. But really, not a good pass. Calvin Austin is fast as fuck. If Mason just keeps it like, if Mason just leads him more, then, you know, it's a touchdown, but obviously it's underthrown and obviously it's an interception. Not a good play for Mason, right? Before we get to the more bad Mason Rudolph plays, here's another play from Alex Highsmith and another play where really, like, it's a sack in the NFL or in like an actual game, but also we got Broderick Jones out there. Let's just see Alex Highsmith. Alex Highsmith just ducks. That's a huge monster, super duper sack, it seems. Oh, but Deontay coming back and getting it again. Oh, is this that same play? I think we've seen this play. Okay. We've seen this play, but I didn't see this from this angle of it all with Broderick Jones. I mean, Alex Highsmith absolutely just smokes Broderick Jones here. First round pick from number 14. That's what you want to see as a fan. But yeah, Alex Highsmith absolutely blows by him. This is a strip sack again. Man, this left tackle spot, I think that's the left. Yeah, it's left tackle. That's the biggest question. That's the biggest, like, hindrance, I think, to us at this very moment is this left tackle position and how much it's going to actually affect us moving forward. Hopefully, we can get this patched up. Hopefully by, you know, the beginning of the season, it's not a problem. I shouldn't say by the beginning of the season, but hopefully, you know, it can get worked out quick enough into the season that we don't lose Kenny Pickett for the season and whatnot, and we don't have 3 or 5 losses because we can't cover any edge players. But anyway, Broderick Jones, this is literally his first NFL things. Like, it's way different than Dan Moore still being bad, I guess, is what I'll say. It's way different than that. But Alex Highsmith also. Listen, we've been talking shit about Broderick Jones and Dan Moore, like they're not playing well. Is Alex Highsmith just like that? Like, is Alex Highsmith just a dog? Like, let me know. He's smoking our tackles right now, and he's been smoking the other team's tackles too. So let me know, is Alex Highsmith a dog? Are we going to see even more higher improvement from Alex Highsmith? Let me know, guys, because if he can get even better than what he was last year, like, that contract, he's already getting underpaid. Like, if he plays better this year than he played last year, he's already underpaid. Already. Day one of the new deal. Already. That would be insane. But really, I'm searching this out. Kenny 3 for 4 in the red zone drills. Mason 0 of 4. Mitch didn't get any reps for some reason. Oh, Kenny went 3 of 4. All right, let's watch this. Shout out to Baku. Shout out to you once again. What's this play? Oh, that's just to Muth. That's just a tutty to Muth. Shout out to Muth. Mason's first. Oh, here it is. Mason's first rep in the red zone drill. I'm just a hater, though. I think this guy has been battling like Mason Rudolph supporters or something, because he has to caveat with I'm just a hater, though. Just a terrible pick. This right here, like, bro. And, like, I don't know. Like, Mason was never the bad decision maker. Like, I don't think that's why Mason, like, wasn't playable. I think it was just mid. Like, the plays weren't really just happening. I don't think Mason was just throwing picks every fucking game. Like, what's his name? Like Nathan Peterman, Pitt legend. Like, I don't think Mason was coming in giving us Peterman plays. But this from training camp, like, I mean, the linebacker is right there. Listen, this is me playing over the top quarterback here. In the moment, Mason didn't see him. He's a professional athlete, whatever. All that bullshit. Mason, there's a linebacker right there. Mason, you were a free agent. Mason, nobody signed you. What are you doing making these throws, bro? Listen, Mason is at risk from having Chris Oladuk or whatever his name. Chris Oladuk? That's not our guy. I think that's who we drafted last year. But we have a fourth quarterback on the team. Mason is at risk for letting this guy take his job. No lie, because what are we talking about right here? You're not seeing it. Like, what is happening? What in the Madden? What in the we can just do rewind is this? Fam, he is right there. This is Big Ben against the Cleveland Browns playoff game throw right here. This is the last season of Big Ben. Like, what the hell is this? He's looking at him the whole way too. Like, you can see his eyes. Look at me killing Mason Rudolph, man. Fuck it. This is what you guys are here for. But look at his eyes. Look at where he's looking. He's staring this dude down. Like, if you're the linebacker over here, he's gonna come in eventually. Like, this is the easiest player in life. This dude has not stopped looking at him the whole time. This is the easiest interception he's ever had. So Mason, with that said, brother, Mason, you're playing for your life right now, bruh. We can't be making these throws. And with that said, since you're playing with your life, I'm not showing these throws, Mason. That throw didn't happen. Get it out of here. But Mason, you got to play some better football, man. Play some better football, Mason Rudolph. Anywho, Mason Rudolph gets quarterback rep behind Pickett and properly throws a pick to Kenny Robinson. Never saw him. Fuck me, man. Mason Rudolph, get it together, bruh. Anyways, guys, I think that is going to do it for this episode of the Zay and the Steelers podcast. I will have some more videos coming out throughout the week because these moments happen quicker and I want to respond to them as quick as possible. So we'll have some shorter things happening throughout the week. Thank you for sticking with me through this kind of roller coaster ride of over the past 3 or 4 days of training camp. Of course, I didn't get everything. Of course, there might have been some things that I have missed. So let me know in the comments what you guys want to hear me talk about as Kwon Alexander just continuously lays out this guy to close the video. Let me know what you guys want to see. Let me know some of the things that we need to talk about. Let me know if you think Mason Rudolph is going to make the team. But anyways, I think that is going to do it for me. Peace out, guys. If you enjoyed this podcast, be sure to check out the video on the screen right now. Check out some other podcasts. And I will see you in the next one. Peace out.